How well are you managing your money? Think about it. Are you making the most of every dollar that comes your way? Knowing how to budget is key to achieving financial success. Today, I'll bring you a standard test to see how well you are doing with managing your money. Here's how the test works. You'll answer 10 questions, each with 2 possible choices. The answer that reflects good money management will earn you 1 point. But if your answer shows a habit that could ruin your budget and finances, earn you no point. And at the end, we add up your points to give you your result. So grab a pen and paper to keep track as we go. Are you ready? Let's get started. Question number 1. You're at a store and you see something on sale that you weren't planning to buy. What do? A. I walk away because it's not part of my budget. B. I decide to buy it, even though it's not in my plan. If you picked A, you have self-discipline and commitment to your financial plan. You prioritize sticking to your budget and avoid impulse purchases that could derail your financial goals. If you went with B, you might be getting a good deal, but this decision leads to impulse spending, which can throw off your budget. Question number 2, you have a major life event, like a wedding or a big vacation. How do you financially prepare for it? A. I rely on credit cards or loans to cover the costs when the time comes. B. I create a savings plan and set aside money for it each month. If you picked B, this shows great financial foresight. By planning ahead, you avoid accumulating debt and ensure you are financially prepared for the event. If you picked A, it's better to plan ahead to avoid borrowing for major expenses. Question number 3. You have a lot on your plate, at home and at work. How do you handle it? A. I plan my day carefully, prioritize tasks, and stay on track to meet deadlines and goals. B. I tend to focus on one thing at a time, but I get distracted easily, leading to some tasks being left unfinished. If you went with A, this reflects excellent time management and discipline. By staying organized, you can effectively tackle your tasks. If you went with B, this can lead to unfinished tasks and missed opportunities. Multitasking can hinder your productivity. Question number 4. You receive a $100 gift and you're not sure what to do with it. Which option best reflects your action? A. I treat myself to something enjoyable or go out with my friends. B. I use it to pay existing debts or put it into my savings or invest it. If your choice is A, it reflects a more spontaneous approach to spending. It might feel good in the moment, but it doesn't contribute to long-term financial security and goals. Now, if your choice is B, it shows a forward-thinking mindset. You're choosing to reduce financial pressure or build wealth for the future rather than spending immediately. Question number 5. You just got your paycheck. What do? A. I set aside a portion of it for savings, then spend it. B. I pay my bills, my rent, and make some purchases and save whatever is left at the end of the month. If you picked A, this shows you're prioritizing saving and are disciplined with your finances. By paying yourself first, you're building a solid foundation for your future. If you went with B, this approach often leads to minimal savings. Well, since there may not be much left after spending. Question number 6. You encounter financial challenge that you've never faced before. How do you handle it? A. I rely on friends and family to help me figure it out. B. I research the topic, ask for advice from trusted sources, and find a solution based on knowledge. If you picked A, you rely on others. It's freaking important to develop your own problem-solving skills and knowledge to handle challenges. If you picked B, you take control of your financial situations. By educating yourself and seeking reliable advice, you're better equipped to handle challenges. Question number 7. You lose your job unexpectedly. How do you respond? A. I use my emergency fund to cover my living expenses while I search for a new job. B. I rely on credit cards or loans to manage expenses while I find a new job. If your choice is A, it shows that you're prepared for unexpected situations. Having an emergency fund allows you to manage life setbacks without going into debt. If your choice is B, it highlights a lack of an emergency fund, which is a critical mistake. It's really important to have an emergency fund in place to avoid relying on debt when facing unexpected events like job loss. Question number 8. You're presented with an investment opportunity that has the potential for high returns but also comes with risk. What do? A. I avoid the investment entirely because the risk overweights the potential rewards for me. B. I go for it. I understand that with investment comes both risk and the potential for long-term growth. If your choice is A, it reflects a more conservative risk tolerance. While avoiding investments can protect you from potential losses, it also limits your ability to achieve returns and making your money work for you. Now, if you picked B, this shows that you're willing to take calculated risks in order to potentially grow your wealth over time. Question number 9. How do you approach saving for retirement? A. I haven't started saving for retirement yet. B. I have a retirement plan and contribute to it. If you went with A, it indicates a lack of planning for retirement, which could leave you financially unprepared later in life. Starting to save for retirement is crucial, so start to save as soon as possible, even if it's with small, regular contribution. If you picked B, you're taking a proactive approach to your future. You're setting yourself up for financial security and benefiting from compound growth over time. Question number 10. You receive your credit card statement and the balance is higher than expected. What do? A. I pay off the entire balance in full to avoid interest and stay debt-free. B. I pay the minimum or a partial amount because I'm unable to pay off in full. If you went with A, good job. Paying off your balance in full each month is an ideal strategy. It helps you avoid high interest charges, maintain good credit health, and stay debt-free. Now, if you picked B, it could be a sign that you're living beyond your means. If you can't afford to pay off the balance, you shouldn't rely on credit to make purchases. 0 to 4 points. You're like, help, my wallet's on fire. Let's be honest. Your money's running the show, not you. Impulse buys, credit reliance, and a lack of planning are holding you back. It's time for a financial reality check. The good news, you've got nowhere to go but up. Start with a budget, build an emergency fund, and take control, one step at a time. You can fix this, and I'm here to help. 5 to 7 points. You're like almost money smart. You're doing okay, but there's room for improvement. You have some good habits, but sometimes impulse spending or lack of planning sneaks in. Maybe you save, but not consistently, or you plan, but emergencies catch you off guard. The good news, you're now aware, and awareness is the first step. Focus on building better habits. Your future self will thank you. 8 to 10 points. You're money master. You've got this down. Budgeting, saving, planning. You treat your money with respect and it's gonna reward you for it. You're disciplined and you're prepared for emergencies. Honestly, you should probably be teaching this stuff. Just make sure you're also enjoying life a little. Wealth is about balance after all. So, how well you are doing with managing your money? If you like, drop a comment and share your results with me. I'd love to hear from you and give you some feedback. If you don't like your result, don't worry. You can start educating yourself on budgeting and then start managing your money like a pro. Actually, I do have a video on budgeting right there. If you're interested, you can watch it next. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.